For the fourth time, our favorite hitman is back to take out more baddies while attempting to delve even further into the lore and mythology that surrounds this world. Keanu Reeves made a big comeback in 2014 with a critically acclaimed first John Wick, which received praise for its groundbreaking action sequences and unexpectedly touching plot. A sequel was produced after the movie, which had a $20 million production budget, made $88.7 million in total worldwide. The sequel, John Wick Chapter 2 from 2017, was even more popular, expanding the intriguing criminal underworld and placing John up against even greater impossibilities. Chapter 3 of John Wick Parabellum is where the narrative picks up. Following the events of its predecessor, the movie picks up with John on the run after breaking continental ground rules. Everyone wants a piece of the cool $14 million price tag our hero has on his head. With that as a starting point, it's clear why the title Parabellum was chosen by the creative team.
What are we going to do about John Wick?
In an interview about the 2019 release of the third movie, Stahelski revealed that one of his initial conditions for returning was that Wick pass away and the series comes to an end. This would be the director's logical conclusion and could be a hint as to how the John Wick movie series will end. John Wick 3 was teased as the trilogy's climax, but its resolution leaves room for John Wick 4 to continue the plot. Just 4 days after its release, a fourth movie was unexpectedly announced due to Parabellum's box office success. John Wick is enraged and intends to confront the Continental and the High Table in the upcoming battle, which will be the real conflict. As a result, John Wick 3 was getting ready for Chapter 4's impending war. This is what the title of Parabellum refers to. This is the point at which the entire John Wick franchise has been building.
How you doing, John? You look as bad as I feel.
Only a few days after the release of the third installment, John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, Lionsgate revealed the fourth movie was already in the works, starring Keanu Reeves once more in the lead role. Renowned stuntman turned director Chad Stahelski, again in the director's chair. Although the COVID-19 pandemic delayed the debut by a year, John Wick Chapter 4 will soon be released, and the hype, as they say, is real. The release date of John Wick Chapter 4 was originally scheduled for May 21, 2021, but due to the COVID-19 pandemic and Reeves' scheduling conflicts with The Matrix Resurrections, the release date was delayed 1 year to May 27, 2022. Since then, the new date of March 24, 2023 has been set. Lionsgate sent a text message to fans who had signed up for an exclusive text service in typical John Wick style, informing them of their return to business. It read, "Please consider this a professional courtesy. John Wick Chapter 4 is now in production. We're happy that Chapter 4 is now sticking to its 2023 release date after so many delays, and we cross our fingers that the movie won't be put on hold once more." As John Wick, it goes without saying that Keanu Reeves will return. Stahelski recently confirmed that Ian McShane would return for the fourth John Wick movie in addition to Keanu Reeves' return as the titular hitman. Lawrence Fishburne and Lance Reddick are two additional well-known actors who have been confirmed for the fourth installment. John Wick Chapter 4 has also been rapidly assembling a stellar cast of new actors, including the Kurgan himself, Clancy Brown, horror's most terrifying evil clown Bill Skarsgård, scene-stealing Japanese actor Hiroyuki Sanada, Shamir Anderson, Japanese-British singer-songwriter Rina Sawayama, and a trio of established action badasses in Donnie Yen, Scott Adkins, and Mark Zaror. Before we go any further, we wanted to let you know that it's time for you to smash that like button if you haven't done it already. We got our first looks at Brown and Skarsgård in the teaser, and while we don't know yet who they're playing, neither of them seems particularly friendly towards John Wick. In the past, Brown has made hints about how his character might be related to the High Table. If the High Table reappears, it's likely that the Adjudicator, played by Asia Kate Dillon, the Elder, played by Sad Tagmoe, and the Director, one of the High Table members, played by Angelica Houston, will also be back. In the upcoming John Wick 4 film, Lawrence Fishburne, who will return as the enigmatic Bowery King, says he thinks it's the best entry in the series so far. The main character of the John Wick films, played by Keanu Reeves, is a retired professional assassin who goes back to his line of work in order to exact revenge for the death of his dog. The neo-noir thriller series follows Wick as his vengeance's cascading consequences play out. The first scene in the second and third John Wick films is so entertaining, proving that Chad Stahelski knows how to start a movie. That's especially true of Parabellum, which seamlessly transitions from a knife fight to a chase between a horse and a motorcycle in one of the series' best action scenes. The stakes will be raised, though, in Chapter 4's opening scene. Reeves said that he's literally getting back on the horse because the opening scene will feature Wick riding a horse in the desert. That's also intriguing because it indicates that there will be a time jump, whereas Chapter 2 started where John Wick ended and Chapter 3 immediately continued where Chapter 2 left off. John Wick 2 took place in Rome and John Wick 3 took place in Casablanca as the assassin embarked on an odd mythical quest in the desert. Again, it appears that the series' global travel theme was not just doubled down on, but tripled in the fourth film. Chapter 4 was filmed in 3 countries other than the United States, and it appears that audiences will see a continental hotel in Japan, Germany, and France. It appears the filmmakers are sticking with the subtitle formula for the 4th installment, though this hasn't been officially confirmed. The title of the film, John Wick 4 Hagakure, was revealed on a crew member's wrapped gift that was posted on social media, leading to speculation about its relevance. Hagakure is a Japanese term that refers to the samurai book. The phrase can be translated as either hidden leaves or in the shadow of leaves. The book provides an overview of the samurai way, which was a collection of different teachings they attached to during their lives. There are similarities between that description and the John Wick movie series. Similar to the samurai, the assassins in the movie's underworld of crime adhere to a strict code, and anyone who drifts from it faces harsh punishment. The upcoming sequel to John Wick may delve deeply into these parallels and explore more of the hitman's method. The meaning might be more significant than fans realize, given that a portion of the film is set in Japan. A mikawara is a padded post that is used in many schools of karate to train punching techniques and is the object John is throwing punches in the teaser. The makiwara's shape is purposefully created to resist punches, rebounding back into its straight position after each strike. Through the use of kicks, knees, and elbows, as well as punches, the design helps karate professionals strengthen their punches. John's punches have left a sizable patch of blood on the floor, and his makiwara is wrapped in rope due to the force with which he strikes. Interestingly, given how much martial arts are featured in the John Wick films, the makiwara is also a great representation of John's life since he came out of retirement. The makiwara stands in for the persistent enemy John must contend with. The similarities between the samurai and the John Wick hitman may not be the deepest part of the connection. John's desire to simply live in peace is what defines his personal story in the franchise, but he keeps getting drawn further and further into his previous life as an assassin. It's interesting that the Hagakure book contains a passage that begins, "We all want to live," and because of this, you need to smash that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. That perfectly captures John's life, but in order for him to achieve his dream, he must go back to his old behavior and struggle to stay alive. Following his way of the samurai in John Wick 4 may be the only way out. See you in the next video.